Now then.
No, that's
You
Yorkshire.
cannot think that they've rushed into this. Anyway, I've been asked to keep this speech as short as possible. So I made a few notes in the car on the way over here today.
Are you driving?
Well, that's not the real speech. The real speech is even longer. Now you're looking around you today, and you probably notice there's a few people that are from north of Stansted. So when the last time you saw so many people down here from the north, the Vikings invasion. There's no cause for alarm, and most of them are relatively harmless, but just be aware of the emergency exits, just in case you do come up against any northerners today. I'm also now fully versed in Lancashire speak, Essex speak, and Kent speak. So if there's anything you don't understand, come up and ask me.
What did you say?
Failing that, you've all got smartphones. Google Translate. You know it makes sense. This, incredibly, and you'll find this out as my speech goes on, it's the 4th time I've been best man at a wedding. You'd think that people would actually communicate with each other and that word would get around, but they haven't. But the last time I was best man at a wedding was for a mate of mine called Andy and his wife Tracy, and they went to Wales for the holiday. And they were driving through the Welsh countryside, and they was stopping off at that village. I don't know whether any of you know it, with the Welsh railway station. It's got about 58 letters in its name.
Oh.
Does anybody know of this Welsh railway station?
Yep. Yeah.
Use them if you don't know it. It has got 58 letters in one word name. And David won't know what this is like yet, but the experience, the first argument. You haven't had an argument. And they were arguing about how this name should be pronounced. Well, they decided in the end they'd come over, get something to eat, and they'd ask one of the locals. So they're there in a restaurant, and they couldn't come to an agreement on how this name should be pronounced over 58 letters. And they called over one of the waitresses, and they said, "Are you Welsh?" And she says, "I am." That's my Welsh impression. And could you just tell us how this name should be pronounced? And she says, "No problem." So could you do it slowly so that we don't miss it? I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay. Burger King." Now this here, wait 10 minutes. Before I go any further, I'd just like to propose a toast to Katie, Emma and John for the fantastic lesson. Now, I always like to throw in a bit of a quiz question, audience participation this time. What would it take 5,071 days to do? Walking at an average of 5 kilometres a day, allowing for a rest. Anybody? No? You could walk to the moon in 5,071 days. Which means that if you'd have met Dave and Jan when they first met, you could have walked to the moon and back before you actually got married. Remember, you heard it here first. So what makes these two a good couple? That wasn't a quiz question. And they are very different people. Well, John's a great cook, as you can see. She loves the garden and she's got green fingers, which is something that Dave will never have unless green fingers is a real ale. But the common denominator is the warmth and affection of people no matter what race, religion, colour or culture. Unless you voted Brexit.
All the northerners clapping.
Finally, oh, thank you. The checks and the thumbs. Finally, it falls upon me to raise a toast to my new sister-in-law and her husband, whom I love very dearly, and I'm proud to be a part of the day. You know what they say about being best man. It's like being asked to sleep with the Queen. It's a great honour, but nobody really wants to do it.